Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're watching this video, then you have most likely watched the series The Fall of the House of Usher. And if you haven't, then I want to warn you beforehand that this video will contain some spoilers. If you have not and want to watch the series in its entirety without having parts of the series revealed to you, then I recommend turning away from this video for now, at least. And if you don't care, then hang in there because I want to talk about my favorite character of the series, and that is Verna.
First tour on the house. Want to start a tab? Buy now, pay later. What I say. I'm Verna.
Now, if you're a savvy individual who has immersed themselves into countless mystery or horror series before, then you probably noticed, even during Verna's first appearance in the series, that there is something quite different about her. She has a certain ambiance, as well as a charismatic lure to her. She's extremely well spoken, and the atmosphere of her presence is intriguingly inviting.
Well, I'll drink one with you. Don't tend to do that with customers, but here we are. To 1979. May it rest in peace.
Now, there's no doubt that the writers of the series made Verna to be an attractive young lady, and she emanates a sense of seductiveness. And by this, I mean mainly her ability to draw people in with conversation, and also maybe perhaps seductive in a different way, but let's leave that out. And whoops, didn't mean to put that in. Let's move on. So, who is Verna? If you haven't noticed by now, Verna's name is an anagram name, which means that if you move the letters around, it spells something else. In this case, Verna's name moves around, spells out the Raven. Kind of like how in Harry Potter, when they take Tom Riddle's name and move it around, it spells out Lord Voldemort. It's not surprising that Verna's name can be moved around to spell out Raven because each episode in the Fall of the House of Usher, um, each episode is an adaptation of one of Edgar Allan Poe's short stories. So having Verna's name being anagram to Raven would reference the Raven. The whole series is full of symbolism that gives Edgar Allan Poe a nod throughout the whole entire series. If you notice that in the opening of the bar scene, you can see behind the bar that there are pictures, one of a raven, one of a horse, and one of a black cat. Now, the raven on the back wall of the bar obviously refers to the short story of Edgar Allan Poe, The Raven, and it's also very symbolic of Verna as well. And the cat on the back of the wall refers to Edgar Allan Poe's short story, The Black Cat. And in the story, there's a young man that happens to have addiction problems and ends up killing his cat by accident and relates very well into the adaptation to the episode, The Black Cat. And the horse on the back of the wall is symbolic to Edgar Allan Poe's story, Metzingerstein, which involves a young man named Frederick, the same name as Frederick Usher, which is one of the main characters in the series. All of these symbols in the background, they're all giving a nod to something from Edgar Allan Poe. We don't see Verna for multiple decades, and then she keeps popping up, visiting the Usher children one by one and leaving death in her wake.
The world was on fire, no one could save me but you.
And it's everything you imagined. And there's still time to stop it. We could have had fun, you and me. It's just, well, here we are. They're predators because they're efficient. I'm gonna head out. I've got an appointment with your dad.
Why are the children being stalked and hunted and ultimately killed? We see in many great pieces of work in art that there's this theme of the sins of the father that become the downfall of the future generations. And if you have seen the series, then you know very well that this is absolutely the case. And it's not until late in the series that we figure out that a deal was actually struck the first night that Madeline and Roderick had met Verna in the year 1979.
What's your deal breaker, handsome?
Don't think I have one.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Now, unfortunately, this is going to wrap it up for part one. The editing process takes me quite a bit of time on top of a busy work schedule. 5 to 6, 7 minute video takes me about 2 weeks or more. Part two is in the works, but if you enjoyed the content in this video and you want to see part two, where we go more depth into the character of Verna, please like and subscribe. And if you haven't seen the series, The Fall of the House of Usher, and this video has sparked your curiosity, go check it out. Part two is in the works. So until next time, stay blessed. This is me signing off.